I'm gonna try to set up this stream. I'm gonna try to set up. Let me mute my stupid stream. Okay. Now. What the hell are these tags? I need, like, something for the game. How do I remove tags? I think that's fine. Can I choose a thumbnail for this? Is that how this works? I forget. Probably not. Uh, Alright, I think this is good. I think it's fine for what it is. I'm gonna send this to Twitter. And let the world know about the best fucking game. Let me reset this actually. I think that's good. I also think I managed to get a better sound balance this time around. I cannot remove the noise in the background, unfortunately. That's just how it's gonna be because I have this built-in laptop mic. I want to introduce you, my friends, to one of my favorite games. Once the intro is done, that is. Ninja Warriors, or the Ninja Warriors, if you will. Or even better, in Japan, this was known as Ninja Warriors Again, which is why I titled the stream this. Because this in itself is a remake of an arcade game called Ninja Warriors. Let me skip that. And that was released in like '87. The game's neat for its time, but this is where the good shit is. I wouldn't mention this right away. Hard mode is not that interesting. It's just like adding a few more enemies around. Most of the time it makes like no difference. Sometimes it gets really annoying to get through. It doesn't add anything too special, like you're not missing out by not playing it. And here's the cast: Ninja, Kunoichi, and Kamaitachi. I plan to play through this game legit with every character. I'm gonna play all of them out. I'm gonna do one playthrough and explain all of them how they work. And when I die, I switch to another because the game allows that. Has infinite continues, so that's you don't have to run to the issue of starting over. I'm gonna start with Kunoichi since she's the girl on the cover in like the middle, and she's in the intro. She's kind of like the main character, I guess, and she's also in the original arcade game. By the way, the music in this game is awesome, and I also love the visuals. It's got good sound design and everything. It feels good to beat people up. Kunoichi is supposed to be a middle ground. She doesn't excel at anything particular. She attacks kind of slow. She does have a bit of range. She can do this thing where you jump on like enemies after hitting them. So if you have like a bunch of enemies left to right, you can bounce off of one another. It's pretty cool, though I don't really use it. When you walk into an enemy, you can grab them, and the grab you do depends on the direction you hold. Like right now I press right, and you do a little dash. You can do it left as well. If you hold up, you kind of throw them upwards. As you can see, they also kind of interact with things in the background. Sometimes it's a really cool detail. If you have a jump button, you can do jump attacks. Like that. If you do like a neutral jump, it's a slightly different attack, but it doesn't mean much. You can throw objects around. I love these guys, they're called monkeys. At least based on Spry's resource. I haven't read the manual of this game to really know. If you hold down and hold the attack button, you can do that constant punch thing. I don't recommend it unless you're against a singular enemy, or like every other enemy is far away, because you can get hit during it. With every other grab, you're kind of invulnerable while their animation plays. If you press down and jump, you do this little dash thing. It's good if you want to deal a little bit of damage while going to your enemy ready to grab them. You also have that special bar down there. I will explain in a minute what it's about. For the first stage, you don't really have enemies that are hard to deal with. These guys, you're gonna see them throughout the game. They only take one hit. They die pretty easily, but they come in groups. And already we're off to the first boss fight. This is what I'm gonna explain the bar. First of all, normally when you just kind of tap the attack button, you do like a little combo. Each character has that. It works while crouching too. But if you end the combo while holding up in the attack button, you spend some of the meter to do a more powerful attack. This is good because sometimes it has more range, and you can attack enemies in front of you that you wouldn't otherwise reach. You can also, when you grab people around, you can throw them onto other people. It's really cool. And the other function, you can spend the whole meter to do a screen nuke, which can be really helpful. It's helpful against enemies and bosses alike. That guy is done. The thing with the bar is that it just charges over time, as you can see right here. But if you get hit before it's charged out all the way, it will just go back down. So that's kind of the risk reward when you use that special attack thing. You need full meter to use it, but it only spends a little bit of it. But if you get hit right after that, it will go down and you would essentially have wasted it without using a screen nuke, which would have been much more useful. I'm gonna try to do the thing. I know you can bounce around like multiple times in the air. And yeah, this game just is very fun. It feels good to beat people up. Unlike other beat 'em ups, it's on a 2D plane. You don't go up and down. And I feel like that makes it a little less annoying. Like a lot of beat 'em ups would be annoying for me because I would just like I would think I was gonna hit my enemy and I didn't because of weird collision. You can also block in this game. If you hold the attack button, you're in this blocking stance. I don't use it a lot of the time, but it's helpful to know against some enemies and bosses. And as you can see, you can block bullets with it. I should note, if you're in this stance, when you walk back, you don't turn around, so somebody from behind you can still hit you. So you gotta keep that in mind. A lot of the time you want to keep moving right until you stop, even if there's enemies around, because if you stay still, they're just gonna like keep respawning until you get rid of like a larger enemy. And I just love the character designs in this game too. Like, the characters you play as and the enemies are really cool. Like, you don't just fight soldiers, you also fight these kind of ninja dudes. And you also have a robot! You can throw these canister things, I don't know what you call them. And they like explode and hit everything on screen. Those robots, you can also grab them, and to damage them you have to hit them from behind. From the front they act like a shield. And I really love the sound design in this game. It always lets you know when you've killed an enemy. Like, you know, you knock them down but they're not dead right away. You know that if you hear them yell out. Like, that guy just went, "Ah!" So you know he died. I'm sure this is like basic beat 'em up stuff maybe, but I don't know. I just really appreciate it. If I beat the stage without dying, I think I'm purposely gonna die on the next just so I switch, because I want to show all of them off, and Kunoichi's not my favorite. She's not bad, but the others are just so much better. Ninja and Kamaitachi, they're awesome. Oh, there's that guy off screen. And you got a few stage gimmicks like this. The fans that hit enemies that walk into them. You gotta walk in between. Ouch. I like when they jump into it. I'm just gonna nuke them. Feels good to throw crates like that onto enemies. They hit me. I will say also this, you don't, if you get hit, you don't lose your bar thing right away. A lot of enemies do these 3-hit combos. If you manage to react fast enough, either by like grabbing them mid-attack or blocking, you won't get knocked down and your bar depleted. Here's this guy. It's like a weird samurai man holding a chainsaw. And he has an awesome boss theme. Every boss has a unique theme. It's awesome. This is one where I recommend blocking. And with Kunoichi, it's probably... You can sometimes attack him directly, but you are honestly better off grabbing other enemies and throwing them. You can sometimes crouch under his stuff if you're careful about it. I might actually die. Ah, shit. You can grab bosses too, but it's kinda hard with Kunoichi because they escape like right away. One good thing about Kunoichi is that she has a small hitbox, so sometimes you crouch under a bunch of stuff. Though, Kamaitachi, the third character, can also do that. Oh, I died just when I was gonna have the nuke. And yeah, you're playing as these androids, so they explode and like their skin gets removed and then they die. Let's show off Kamaitachi. This guy's cool as shit. He's not afraid to reveal that he's a robot. Cause look at him, he's got like this skeleton thing. He's very fast, like he has fast attacks. His main combo attacks both sides. If you do a crouching one, it has long range. And he crawls faster than he walks. You can crawl without characters, yeah. His only quote-unquote weakness is that he cannot grab enemies by walking into them. He has to attack them first. And then you hold the direction in order to grab the person in question. And you can only really do like forward and back grabs. Like back throws them like that, and forward just kind of kicks them in front of you, like so. You can also press down and the jump button, it'll do this kick. It's not the most useful thing, but sometimes it's cool to use it. You can also jump and do these attacks. This one, if it's a neutral jump, it knocks down. If it's like a forward jump, it just kind of hits them, but that allows you to also do like a following attack, since you attack really fast. Everybody has the nuke, and everybody has the special attack thing. It's virtually the same, sometimes like slightly better on one character or another. But mostly it's the same thing. You spin a little bar, you do one attack that has long range and deals more damage. And can also hit people that are blocking. That's another thing with the special attack. Like this robot, I shouldn't be able to hit it from the front. But if I do my... well, if I do it. If I do my big combo thing. If I do my special ability, I'll be able to hit it from the front. Like so. Also just looks really cool. This should be easier now because I just attacked so fast. And like I said, he can also crouch under stuff. Like, right now I just hit him before he could do anything. Sometimes you can find ways to cheese the bosses in this, but I don't think that's a bad thing necessarily. They're still cool. They have a bunch of attacks and stuff. And your strategy may vary depending on character. Some characters you want to just whale them down like that. Others you want to make use of the enemies around and throw them into him. Now we're in like a subway. Also, when you're up close to an enemy, you'll do like this jump thing when you press down and attack. I'll see if I can get it to happen. It's not the most useful thing, but sometimes it can get you out of a tricky situation. I don't know if I'm gonna do it deliberately. There it is. It looks cool, but sometimes you can just get hit out of it and you're just trying to do a crouching attack and you get that out instead. It's like proximity based. At one point I would have said Kamaitachi is probably the best character to play as, but I don't know, it's a tie between him and Ninja. Lately I actually thought like Ninja might be the best, and I will explain why when I get to him. This game isn't hard, but it is easy to die sometimes. I don't think I've ever done like a no-death run. This game is kind, like it doesn't you're not ever gonna start from the beginning of the game, and if you die, you're always gonna get to a checkpoint either soon before the boss or right at the boss. Here's the first big dude. They wake up quickly, they have a lot of health, and a variety of attacks that you can trigger, which I'm probably not going to. Often you can still beat them pretty easily by just attacking in place and waiting for them to walk into your attack. I like to get rid of these guys as quickly as I can because they're just annoying. They jump around a lot and they attack pretty quickly. When you hit an enemy in the air, you just kind of hit them once. You cannot do juggles or whatever, like you can in the PS4 and Switch remake. Which, by the way, I would love to play, but I do not own any of those consoles, unfortunately. But that game looks and sounds amazing. I love the visuals and music. I think it has even though the Super Nintendo soundtrack is also great, I think the new one is like ideal. Like, this is the ideal way to listen to the music. And they also have the option to play the original arcade game's music, which is awesome. And of course I cannot not mention that game without the new characters. I think they're great. It's kind of ridiculous. I don't remember their names well. I know Raiden. He's like the big dude who's bigger than a boss. Like, you can play as that. It's like, what the hell? That's a thing. And then there's like the girl. I forget her name. And she's funny because she just has like... She looks like she has huge tits. Like, I remember the first time seeing her sprite, I thought that was an edit. But no, that's actually in the game. But I don't think it's like actual tits, it's more like her whole deal is that she has long arms and she kind of hides the arm blades in her clothing, so that's where the quote-unquote breasts are, and I think that's pretty funny. Here's the upcoming boss. And you get like these flashing images on the TV of the main guy you're after. Bangalore, I think it's called. This guy's pretty cool. He's not hard to fight, but I love his design. And he does this thing where he goes invisible. He also blocks some of your attacks. And does a lot of these dash things. Whenever he's on the wall, you kind of just want to stay where he is so the bombs don't hit you. You cannot do anything while he's on the wall. Sometimes enemies telegraph their attacks like that, like they do a few jumps and it's like, oh, it's gonna do this. Oh no, it's become invisible, even though you can just barely see him. Ah, shit. There we go. This stage I always kind of forget what it's about, but it does have a cool gimmick at one point. As you can see here, I think they would have infinitely spawned those soldiers had I not killed the tiny man. Look at his background, this is gorgeous. And you got these tanks and stuff in the back. Like, that guy that you're after sending like a whole army against you, it's crazy. But they're nothing against the androids by Daddy Mulk. Wait, he's not called Daddy Mulk, but here's the thing. In the arcade game, it has a pretty famous music track. That one is called Daddy Mulk. And also Mulk is the name of the creator of the androids. So I just instinctively call him Daddy Mulk. Did you know this game, like, this game is published by Taito, but it's made by Natsume, which is one of my favorite fucking companies. They made other awesome stuff like Wild Guns, also on the Super Nintendo, and they made Shatterhand on NES, which is probably my favorite NES game, period. I'll play through that sometime too, because it's just, do I want people to know about it? Now I just want to talk about like stuff I know about Shatterhand, but it's like I'd rather keep it for when I do play that. Here's the gimmick. It's gonna show up soon. I think it's like a cool set piece here. While I do think like, of course the remake looks way better, like it's insanely animated and the backgrounds are also crazily detailed. I love the visuals in this game as well. It looks very nice. It's got those sort of Street Fighter 2-esque visuals you'd see a lot at the time. But I don't know, I feel like they're more refined here. Like it's not just making everything shiny. That's how I feel about Street Fighter 2's visuals. Like they're not horrible, but they don't really have a sense of lighting. They just kind of make every part of the body go from really dark to really bright. There's one more guy that has to come because I outrun him. There you are. You also have these different color variations of some enemies that take like more health or something. This guy definitely has like the most health out of all enemies. Oh shit! Yeah, that can shoot at you. And you have to fight enemies at the same time while keeping track of it. They can get shot too though, which is pretty cool. Let's see if I can get it to happen. Yeah! The game has a lot of these little interactivity stuff, which also makes it very nice. It's very fun to replay through. We also now got these guys introduced as like guys in suits. They're not the hardest to deal with, but they do have a variety of attacks. They can like, you know, attack you normally, do jump attacks, and sometimes they can grab you, which I can't think of many enemies that do. Just super jumps. This guy is probably the least interesting boss in my opinion, but he's pretty interesting. Like he's got interesting attacks at his disposal. He himself just kind of attacks you with a cane, but let's leave him to go up there first, if he's even gonna try. I think you might be confused about when you look at the boss health bars is that they don't drain right away. You are dealing damage, but you gotta wait until the colors change. Oh, it's just gonna go up there. Okay, now it's going to. Oh, but he didn't do the thing. He's supposed to shoot a laser. There it is. And can hurt enemies too. It's awesome. And like I said, you can throw bosses around too. It's pretty fun. Stop trying to hit me with your cane, you stupid idiot. I also love these slow motion parts when you beat the boss. Sometimes you get some really cool shots out of them. I think on this stage, either I'm gonna try to die deliberately or just gonna die normally, so I can switch to ninja. By the way, I love this music. Like, I love all of it, but this is probably my favorite song in the game. It's very good. This stage also has 2 songs. Would you believe it? I'll point it out when that happens. Yeah, there he grabbed me. Just gonna use the nuke. And now they're starting to use the first boss as like a normal enemy. Whoa! Now this enemy is also introduced. It's a little robot that shoots at you. It's you have to hit it with a crouching attack because it's too small otherwise. And it keeps making me do that jumping attack that I don't want. There might be health soon. I like throwing people around like that, because you sometimes will just hit enemies on their way to you. I love these guys with the rifles. I really like their outfits. They look like they're ready up for the winter. Kamaitachi, as in the guy I'm playing as, is also the only guy who can grab multiple opponents at once like this. It's kind of weird, but also interesting. There's that secondary music. This is one of the few songs I can kind of see why somebody would prefer over the remake version. Just because of some of the instrumentation. That block was done by accident, but I reacted to it and did the nuke. Because I was like, no, it's not gonna knock me down. One thing I am bummed about, but which they did fix in the remake, is that special attack thing you do to spin a little bit of the bar. You can only do it if it's filled all the way up. But in the remake you can spend as much as you want as long as there's enough meter for it. Like right now I spent it and I can't do it again until I get the bar filled all the way up again. I'm gonna use it on this guy just because I want the damage. Like, look at this, it takes so much. I like using the nuke against here because these guys are so annoying, especially in groups. This guy's never really too bad. He sometimes can throw like fire at you both high and low. But if you just like get on him before he does anything, it's not gonna be an issue. You also get those energy things in crates, naturally fills your health, and you have to attack to pick them up. I think that's like standard for beat 'em ups. Right there I just did the jumping attack, but because there was no enemy nearby, he just kinda jumped in place. Sometimes that can happen. And here's the boss. You can kinda cheese this guy with Kunoichi and Kamaitachi by just crouch attacking him. Right now, as you can see when he does the little karate chop. He's supposed to like punish me basically, but he's not doing it. He's not hitting me. He does teleport like that sometimes, so there's that. So you can just keep doing this. Though the standing attack does deal more damage. Yes, it does that. And there's the annoying monkey guys. But that's okay because he's down for the count. I find this, the song name for this kind of funny. I think it's called The Best Room. I don't know why, but it is. Also look, it was just barely off screen, but I smashed the guy into a... Yeah, I smashed into a statue in the background. Like, that's so sick. There's Bangler. But for now we have to fight the buff Daft Punk. This boss can be a little annoying. The best thing, what you really want to do is like get them to one side and just kind of keep attacking over here. If you see them jumping back, that means they're gonna do a dash, which you want to keep in mind. Like that guy, the blue one, just did that. And again. And if you sit on them as they're waking up, they're gonna do an attack against you, so watch out for that. Like that guy just did, jumped and kicked. So it's best to just kind of wait for them to walk into your shit. I might be wrong, but I think there's supposed to be like a modified version of the first boss. Oh damn, I just died. Because their sprite is pretty similar, and the boss team is like a remix of the boss team that plays in the first fight. That leaves me with the last character, Ninja. I kind of wish he had a more original name. It's kind of annoying, like, you look up Ninja Warriors Ninja. But this guy is awesome. He's the grappler. He attacks and walks slower, but that's not too much of an issue. He's surprisingly mobile too, which I can't really show off in this fight, but I will a bit later. Well, he can do this dash, which is pretty sick. And he specializes in grabbing people, as you might imagine. Like, you can do that. You can throw... Damn it! You can spin them around, you can do that both sides. Like if I'm grabbing him from the right, I can throw him to the left while doing the spinny thing, and it hits other people as well at the same time. It's very useful. And the other grab you have is this. That does the most damage to the respective target. And all these grabs, you're like invulnerable during them, so yeah, he's pretty good. And also, when you grab people as Kunoichi, they have a higher chance of escaping. With Ninja, they kind of sit still a lot, and you're able to do that. I dealt a finishing blow on one of them and both of them died. Yeah. And his normal attack, even though it's kind of a bit slow, it's not as slow as Kunoichi. Attacks both sides if you do it standing. It's a pretty darn good. And if his special attack goes like pretty far, you can do this dash, it's pretty good. If you press the button early, you do that kick. If you just let it go, you're gonna hit the opponent a little bit like that without knocking them down, which is also useful. If you use the jump button, you do this. You can follow this up with a few different attacks. Forward or just standing button does that. If you hold down and do it, you do this. If you hold down and press the jump button, you fail. But you do like this weird attack that hits a few times. I never really use it, but it's cool. So this guy has pretty strong attacks, and you can also do this dash when there's like not many enemies around to get a move on. It's kind of annoying with these rockets. With the other characters you can jump and avoid them, but with this guy you gotta kind of walk around carefully. And then you have to fight these enemies while they're going off. I killed both of them with the juggle. Yeah. This is why I'm saying this guy's like the best. Even though he has a slow walk speed, he has the dash, which helps a lot. And he just has many ways to deal damage and avoid damage. Like each of his grabs makes him vulnerable during the animation. And you have so many ways to reposition yourself to hit people around you with all these different grabs. And you also have the little jet attack where you do this, and it also attacks both sides. It's very good. I love him. And there's the... hold up. This is the attack. Like, shoots out of his arm. It goes across the ground a pretty long distance. He's a very good character. If you want, like, a beginner character to play in this, I would recommend Ninja. You can often like hit people once, or even while getting hit sometimes you can just keep walking and you're probably gonna be lucky enough to grab them. Not here because I'm getting hit by two dudes at the same time. But yeah, you can hit an enemy once and then you you're able to walk up and grab them. If you're a fighting game player, you could say you're doing a tick grab. That's what I did just there too. I hit him a little bit, and he was in his stun, and I was able to grab him. Well, normal in a fighting game you wouldn't be able to do it during hit stun, but it's like they recover just early enough. And it probably doesn't matter here because it's not designed with players in mind. This lady, I think it's a lady. This enemy is interesting because as you can see, they turn blue. When they do that, you cannot grab them, so you have to rely on knowing to attack them properly like this. Get in the corner. I said get in the corner. This is pretty fun to do, just keep putting them in the corner like this. It's not the most efficient way of getting rid of them, but it's fun. Just smacks all of them into your knee. And like I said, you can grab bosses too. So yeah, that's pretty fun. And everybody can crouch walk, though Kamaitachi is easily the best at that because it's pretty quick. I also love that little sound effect when you use that attack. I'm gonna grab them while I still can. I got him with the weird attack. I'm surprised that guy didn't hit me. I'm getting hit a lot, but it's okay. And the boss of this stage is a weird green dude. Sometimes this boss isn't that, like, it's not the boss that's annoying me more so than the enemies that are thrown around. It does a little crouching Tatsumaki. I love the boss team in this one. Yeah. See, this is one example where it is a viable strategy to just wait for your enemies to come to you and throw them around. Because this guy likes to jump around a lot and not let you hit him. I think I'm gonna keep playing Ninja from now on. From here on, I mean. That's a lot of health already lost. Come here. Like, that guy has a lot of health, but I got rid of him so quickly because Ninja's attacks and that grab just do so much. I could perhaps attack this guy like this. Ah, never mind. I wanted to attack him a little bit and then grab him. Yeah, as you can see, the enemies are a pain to deal with at the same time. I was just gonna throw her. Just when I was gonna grab her. Come here. You go over there. I was just gonna grab him. I was gonna grab him too. That's okay. I'm saying how good this character is and now I'm performing so badly. Yeah, put them all on one side, that's what I'm talking about. I love doing this crouch walk. I'm gonna try to attack him with a special thing first. I didn't do it. Oh, he can grab you? That's the first time I've ever seen that happen. Usually he just kinda hits you with the long arm. Come here. I was just gonna throw him. Yeah, see, he likes to do that a lot. He doesn't know... If you try to go after him, he doesn't fight you like a man. But if he sees you fight other enemies, he'll just do that. He's a bitch. I hit him on his way up. Damn it. Come here. I almost escaped him with my dash. Go over there. Ah, she appeared out of nowhere. I was just gonna hit him. I was close. If I got him like 2 more times. I was gonna initially when I started the stream, I said to myself, I'm gonna play through the whole game as all characters, like do a playthrough with each one. And I mean, I could technically do that, but I don't think anybody's down to watch that. I might have lost some health there, but I bet this is the one. Come here. I'm glad that got him. And I got rid of those annoying ladies. Come here. I was just gonna grab one of them. It's still salvageable. It's not. I can do this, it's fine. Come on. I was supposed to grab him. This is a bad start. Holy shit. What if I win after this? Even after having lost half my health before the boss started? Oh my god. Let's see, maybe. Gotta have hope. I thought I was crouching there. Okay, that's the one strategy you can do, like bait him to walk and then you do that. You can set it like this mid-range punch, not in the wrong direction though. Go there. God damn it. He was saying they're blocking. I'm doing the grappler mindset. Okay, if I can live long enough without getting hit here. Ugh! I actually did it despite taking all that damage out there. He just explodes. And this is the final stage. You're given two paths here, but it doesn't really do much. It just kind of changes which enemies you start off with here. And I preferred this. On the other side you have like those monkeys. And one of those monkeys and just a big health dude. And from here on it's like the same regardless of what you picked. At least I'm pretty sure. Oh, just before I got my meter. I love the way he uses nunchucks. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Was that guy putting his hand in like a dog's mouth and just say, get the fuck out of here. Eat a fucking oil tank. Now it's dead. Then we got a shit ton of big dudes. I don't get how you come here, like I guess that was an elevator, but there's no door here. I do love that background though, with the weird plane thing. Man who has only ever played Ninja Warriors on Super Nintendo. This gives me major Ninja Warriors vibes. Can I just mention, I got introduced to this game just because, like, well, already I was a fan of Natsume because of fucking Shatterhand and a few other stuff, but I didn't know about this game's existence until I was just talking to a friend about, like, fighting game sprites and how much I love them, and then he just showed the remake sprites, and I naturally assumed it was a fighting game because it just kind of looked like one. I mean, it makes sense that beat 'em ups and fighting games look similar visually. I just didn't think about that in the conversation. So yeah, I was from a beat 'em up game, and I was like really curious, like, who is this Ninja Warriors? I'm gonna look it up, and then I just kind of fell in love with it. Like just looking at it and all, and listening to like the soundtrack and stuff, it's just like holy shit. Then I tried playing it. It's like, hey, it's really fun. Despite me being like not huge into beat 'em ups, I want to get into them though. But like at the time I got into this, I didn't really play any at all. I played some, but like I said, I had this issue with the whole perspective thing where you walk up and down, making it very annoying to tell where your hit detection is. But here you just go left and right, it makes sense. You never run into that issue. And it feels like it's much easier to not get gangbanged, like, because of the way you can grab people. You have this whole strategy based around repositioning yourself and your enemies in a favorable spot, and I enjoy that about it. Just as I was about to grab her. At least she's dead. And he's dead too. Bada boom! There's Bangler again. I'm not gonna let him get away. I'm not at full health, but it's not bad. And here is the final boss. They actually got pretty creative with this. What you have to do is grab enemies and throw them into the cockpit numerous times. On top of that, you have all these enemies to deal with, and the machine, his piloting, fires lasers every so often. They hurt you, but they also hurt enemies, which can be helpful. Ninja's easily the best for this. He's got like this grab that works with everybody, throwing them up. With Kamaitachi, it kind of depends on your positioning and if you're hitting them in order to grab them. And Kunoichi probably has the hardest time. She has to like do it from a pretty specific angle, but it's not the worst thing. If you know that she can throw behind her like I showed up earlier. It's like a grab you almost never use deliberately otherwise, because it's not really much better than just doing it left or right where you do the little dash. But the dash grab doesn't reach the cockpit, so you have to like throw them upwards. I don't know if you can stand in between the lasers without getting hit. I've never managed it. Though it looks like you could. That guy just jumped right in. Usually I like sitting in the corner like that, because then I'm pretty safe, and when a new enemy appears, I'm like immediately ready to grab. Also, every time you get hit, Bangler laughs. It's pretty cool. Okay, I didn't get knocked down, that's good. He grabbed me! Get over here. Or over there. I'm gonna die on this one, I think. Unless some miracle happens. If I can do 2 more, I can get him. No, I was right there. It's okay, we're gonna do this. I just have to fight 4 enemies or so, and then I'm right at the boss again. I didn't mean to pick that up right away. I wanted to pick it up, but the enemy guy in my grab range. God damn it! I have less health than I did before now. I really screwed it up. Watch me do the same thing with the previous boss and just accidentally beat him with this little health. Well, it's not little, but it's not as much as I would like. It is possible. I don't know if I will do it, but let's see. I also love the final boss music, it's so hype. You cannot block the laser, unfortunately. Oh man. I just gotta not fuck it up on that first part. Even though this game is kind of short, I think, I don't know, it's just so fun. I find a lot of replay value in just how, like, good it feels. Okay, I'm not gonna pick it up right away. How did that hit her? Okay, perfect. Just gotta be smart about it. It says I do a goofy crouch walk. I ran right into that. Oh, that works. There you go, buddy. Wee. How did he hit me? I meant to grab, but I got hit by the other guy. It's okay, we can still do this. Come here. I did that just to not get hit by the laser. I didn't think it would shoot from there. Fuck, my eyes itching. Alright. Let me check something actually. Okay. I was afraid I made some dumb mistake and that I didn't talk the whole time. Like I muted OBS and I just forgot to speak. Damn it. Okay, I'm gonna keep it in the corner. Okay, 2 more. Come here. Ugh! I like how he looks like an elf. So yeah, that was the game. I really love this game. It's so fun for me to replay. I love its character designs, its visuals, its music, and the way it plays. It's just very fun. I really wish I could play the remake, but I don't own a PS4 or Switch. I don't get why they can't put it on Steam. They did put the Wild Guns remake on Steam, but not Ninja Warriors once again. Who knows, maybe they'll change their mind after that other game they're working on is gonna be done or something. I feel like they probably would put it if there was a demand for it, but both games are just kind of obscure, like... You're not gonna talk to most people and expect them to know what Ninja Warriors is. Which is unfortunate because this game's awesome. It deserves more recognition and that's why I was here to stream it. That's pretty much the end of it. If you press start, it just goes to the title screen. Or to the intro, rather. So yeah. Thank you for joining me. I hope I encouraged you to play this and look into it because I love this game to death. I know I say a lot, but I cannot stress it enough. This is awesome. So yeah, I'll see you next time.